Boom. So good evening, and welcome to the second Acts on This TV Monday Night Live broadcast of 2021. We're going to make it a cracker for the next 57 minutes. Minimum. I might even go after 10 p.m. Who knows? I normally do. Going to be delivering some absolute fire for you guys. Going to be sharing some awesome stuff that's happened in and around the Acts on This.tv community this week. If you're not a member of the community yet, come and get involved. Acts on This.tv, get your membership. I'm going to be showing you some stuff that you missed last week because you're not part of the community. I'm going to be showing you some stuff that's coming up this week if you are or you want to get involved. And I've just, I just keep confirming better, like just bigger. Just incredible guests all the time. I've confirmed some great guests today that I'll be sharing with you that will be coming up, on ActsOnThis.tv on our weekly mastermind sessions pretty soon as well. Before I start, I'm going to take everyone over to Instagram. I'm viewing it on the web here. Obviously, you can have it on your phone. I'm doing a draw, right? The doors close tonight at midnight, okay? If you go to Instagram and follow Act on This TV, this is the Act on This account on Instagram. That's all you have to do, right? To be in the draw to win this incredible prize tonight, you just need to go to Act on This TV and follow the account. I'm putting out loads more content on Instagram this year. I think I've massively overlooked Instagram as a content distribution platform for you guys to bring you value, to put out loads of stuff, whether you're a member of the community or not, just for you to sort of get value from and just pick up some incredible tips to help you get further in your acting career faster this year. So I'm going hard on Instagram. I want you to go and follow Acts on This TV. If you do that, and you do it before midnight, I'm going to be doing a draw later on, completely random. I'm going to be giving a £200. Well, I'm basically going to be buying you. I don't have this kit to give you. I'm going to buy it you from Amazon. This is my own kit that I took a photograph of here. This is what I use for self-tapes, but I'm going to buy you a very similar setup for yourself. It's worth £200, basically. I'm going to just draw a follower completely at random. Doors close at midnight, though. I will be taking the total tally of how many how many followers I have at midnight. I'm going to do a random number generator from Google, and that follower is going to be, the winner, basically. So if you follow after midnight, you're going to miss out on this draw. So go and follow now, Acts on This TV. But basically, it includes a 6-foot backdrop. It includes 2 incredible lights to light yourself for your self-tapes this year. It includes a tripod, and I'll drop you a message to say, do you want one for your phone or do you want one for your camera if you've got like a DSLR, because I'll get you whichever one you want. And that Rode SmartLav Plus that you see there in the picture, which is the microphone that I use, compatible with your iPhone or your Android, also compatible with your DSLR camera. Just means that you can have nice, crisp, clean audio for your self-tapes, your self-taped auditions this year. Obviously, with COVID, we're going to be self-taping for a long time, and I don't think it'll change now. I think we're so into self-tapes. I just helped an actor in our community out with a self-tape literally before I went live tonight for an incredible new film. Actually, really, really great film that this guy's just auditioned for. But you're going to be doing more and more self-tapes this year. We've relied on them so much now for over a year that these are just going to become more and more the norm. They already were getting that way anyway, particularly for the first round of auditions, before COVID struck. But if you want to be in the running for this gear to make your self-tapes pop this year, just go and follow the account. That's literally it. It would mean the world if you would tag an actor. I've seen it. People have been amazing. I've been tagging like actor friends in this post here as well. If you do that, that'd be amazing, because I just want to try and get as many people obviously following this account as possible. This year, it's not a wholly altruistic task. I'm basically bribing you guys. I'm going, come and follow me, and I'll give you some stuff for free, basically. But if you could tag some friends in the post, that would mean the absolute world as well. But just go follow the account. There's some incredible stuff on here already that will just give you value. Just watch some of the videos that I'm posting on there for free. They'll pump you up, which brings me on to some videos I'm going to play out for you now. Who's here now who was on the member-only mastermind session that we held last week with BAFTA-nominated actor Babu Cisse? I'll go over actually to the website and I'll just show you this. This is, if you're not a member, you can go and watch a little preview of it. I'm going to play you some stuff out tonight, though. This guy here, Babu, BAFTA-nominated actor, starring a brand new Sky One show that we couldn't talk about, actually, because it's only just being filmed. It's just going into production right now. But you'll have seen him in loads of stuff over the years. Incredible actor, and just one of the most inspirational people you will probably ever meet in your life in terms of his mental game, his the way he implements positive psychology into his life, and just the way that his mindset operates in such a way that he's like, look, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to say yes to myself and no to a lot of other things, and I'm going to break the rules, and I'm not just going to play it safe all the time, which so many actors, and what you might be doing right now. I certainly have been, that yes man, that, people pleaser, that play it safe person many, many times in my life. And it took a lot of effort to kind of get out of that mindset. Babu's incredible though. Let me know in the chat if you were on that, because I had more emails than I've ever had about any other feature in 11 years after last Thursday night. If you are a member, go into your members area here and you'll see the full 2.5 hour replay, about 2 hours and 15 minutes, I think it was, in video format and audio format in your members area. Literally, if you've not got membership, it's worth getting membership just for that. That will fire you up for the year. But I'm going to play you out just a 5-minute clip of what you might have missed. Let me just go to the comments first of all, though. Who's not caught up on it yet? If you are a member and you weren't there, because you need to go and catch up on this. Definitely, like I say, I had so many emails about this feature, like more than I'd ever had. Sandra says that webinar was so great. Marvelous session with Babu, says Steve. Bloody love Babu. Yeah, everybody's loving it. I've picked out 5 minutes of that chat where Babu gives us 3 pieces of like really strong advice that I want to play out you again. Even if you've seen this and you were there, I want you to watch this again. I'm going to play it now because I just think it's 3 things that tie very much into a 2021 world, but also just into all areas of your life, not just your acting career. So many people are playing things by the rules, playing things dead straight. Maybe you felt you held back in 2020. I saw a great post, actually. I don't know if Ollie's here tonight, Ollie Hewitt. But I saw Ollie post on Facebook before something that was like, I wish everybody would stop. Jamie's here. It was Jamie I was helping with the tape. Jamie, legend. Ollie was like, I wish people would stop saying, I'm just waiting for things to get back to normal. Because, like, they will never be what they used to be. Not in a bad way. Like, things have just changed. Those people who are winning now have already adapted and are already going out and looking for the opportunity that is out there now. They are not the ones who are saying, I'm waiting for things to get back to normal. Like, that is just fear in your head holding you back, trying to keep you safe. That normal that you used to have will never, ever be here again. Like, we will get back to being able to go out and, not be worried about getting COVID. I'm sure we'll all be vaccinated soon. But the way this industry operates will never get back to normal now. If you don't know how to audition on Zoom, if you don't know how to shoot a decent self-tape, if you don't know how to distribute your stuff on social media, and you didn't learn that last year, you need to learn that now. We will not go back to this industry will not go back to the way that it was. We've basically sped up the embracement, if that's even a word, of technology by about a decade, I reckon, in a year, in terms of the way people have took on technology to move this industry forward faster. We can cast so much faster by using technology, by self-taping. Don't be saying to yourself, I'm just waiting for things to get back to normal and then I'll get back into it. That's done. It's in the past. You had 8 or 9 months of that last year where you had the excuse of going, I don't know what to do. I've never been in this situation before. I'm just going to, surviving is enough. And that is enough. In 2020, in 2021, it's not enough, right? I don't think it is. I think it's okay to have been there. It's okay to have felt slightly helpless, because I think we all did. But I don't think it's okay to stay there now. And that might require you getting up off your backside, brushing yourself down, and going out and breaking some rules. Maybe doing things slightly differently than things that you haven't done before. Let me play you this clip. Things will become apparent. It's a 5-minute clip, so it's a bit longer than what I'd normally play out. Give me some comments in the chat on Facebook whilst this is going through to let me know your thoughts and maybe how just if you agree. You know what? You don't have to agree. But just if you agree and you will start pushing harder this year, ultimately, doing more. And I'm going to show you how that ties into something else that I mentioned on this broadcast in a minute. But check this out. You'll love it. This one. Here we go.
I'm going to go for it. I'm going to give you 3 things.
Yes, go for it. Let's have it.
1, self-tapes. Beware getting advice from someone who doesn't self-tape themselves to get work.
Yes.
And this goes for the best casting directors in the world who are running self-tape masterclasses.
Yep.
Beware, because they don't self-tape to get work. If you're going to get self-tape advice, get it from someone. Not only one do they self-tape to get work, they book work self-taping.
Yes.
So I've heard all of this stuff. Make sure you light yourself properly. Don't ever go off camera. Don't do this, don't do that. Nonsense. Don't come in too close. The self-tape I did for this, I was supposed to look through a keyhole. This was me.
Yeah.
Throughout most of it. right? They offered me the job.
Yes. I love it.
Okay. So please beware of that. Just remember, there's only one thing that counts on the self-tape, that you are deeply connected to what you are saying. If you are, they'll be like, they won't be able to tear their eyes from the screen. I don't care what you do.
Yep.
Right?
Completely agree.
Oh,
Could not agree more.
I've tired myself. Right. So that's the first one. Secondly, it's to do with, they're always trying to get you to play small. So drama schools are really bad for this, where they're constantly trying to get you to play small. So you always have to apologize a bit to the agents. Don't upset your agent. Don't upset this person. Don't upset that person. Don't upset this person. Nonsense. You have to be authentic. I spent so many years, wow, people pleaser extraordinaire.
Yeah.
Constantly trying to get people to do whatever they wanted. No. It's not about being obtuse or belligerent. It's about saying, listen, I don't agree. So I turn up to an audition, and they want me to play in a certain character and a certain accent. I looked at it and I thought, but that's not right. This is what I would like to play the part as. So I turned up and I told the director, this is what I would like to do. And he went, all right, gone. And then I did it and they cast me. And then he said to me, after you did it like that, I couldn't see it any other way.
Yes.
Because there was a moment of saying, listen, as an artist, I don't care what anybody says about actors calling themselves that, right? I want to do it this way. This is what I want to create. I see myself on set like that. I think it actually works better. Here's an idea for you. So instead of this constantly trying to follow every rule, and I'll be brutally honest with you, since moving to Gambia where the rules are a lot more flexible, I've become a lot more flexible.
Brilliant.
With what I do in my work. But there are countries in this world, particularly in the Western world, where if you break the rule, we'll break your legs.
Yep.
If you don't pay a council tax, we're coming for you. So what I'm saying is, do not let that couch you to the point you're so scared. Look, break the rules. When they say to you, do this, like this, say no. They say to you, send 100 megabyte video. I'm like, I get it, but I have a very good camera because I want to look good.
So the file's going to be 150.
You're going to have, you're going to be downloaded with a bit more. And the last one really is saying no to work.
Yep.
Listen, you can make the mistake of saying yes. I know this sounds so counterintuitive. I was offered a job at the RSC when I graduated drama school, and I said no, 14 months.
Yeah.
Because I really didn't want the roles that they were seeing me for. I wanted something else. And I went in for that, and then they offered it to me. Then they took it away, and they gave me something else. I went, listen, I'm not coming.
Yep.
My agent was vexed. My old agent.
Yeah.
I remember sending him a puppy dog card apologizing for saying no.
Oh, God.
Listen, it is your life. Why are you going to spend your time doing something that's not going to make you happy?
Yep.
All right? So I just had a lot of stuff that was... Don't get me wrong. I said no, and then I didn't work for a while.
Yep.
I ended up back at the office in Berkhamsted counting newspapers.
Did a bit of accounting or something. Yeah.
Right. So what I'm saying is, I'm sorry. I get it. You will have to pay the price for saying no, but please pay attention. Don't just think, oh, it's an opportunity. No. Is this the opportunity I want? Best advice, it's in that book. Say no to the good to make way for the great.
Boom! Just 5 minutes of what was an incredible 2 hour and 15-minute chat with Babu. We'll dissect some of that stuff in a minute, but if you do want to go and watch the full chat, plus, you're going to get access to hundreds of other chats I've had with the biggest casting directors, agents, actors, writers, and producers in this industry, get yourself over to actonthis.tv. Get your membership. I'm going to show you what you can join us for tomorrow night at the end of this broadcast as well, if you do get your membership. And I've just booked some more incredible guests for later on in January. But it was one of the most inspiring sessions I think I've ever had. And I just want to go over a few things Babu said there, because there's so much truth in it, right? The first thing he said is, and it doesn't just apply to self-tapes, but it applies to anything in life. Effectively, he says there, don't go and learn something from somebody who doesn't do that thing to get work themselves. And I see this all the time. I've had beef about this over the years about people in this industry. So actors who don't work as actors anymore, haven't got anywhere near where they want to get to, setting up, sort of like acting schools promising actors success they haven't had. I mean, promise actors the success you've had. That's absolutely fine, but don't promise them kind of like more than that if you've not experienced it yourself. I know there are some good people out there who teach self-tape technique and they teach the technicals, but the best teachers on the planet are the people who do this themselves for a living. So before you part with any money, and this includes me, do some due diligence on me if you want before you go and sign up for actsonthis.tv. Look at my IMDb, look at my social media, see what I'm doing. This year, seek out people ultimately who have done and have achieved what you want to achieve, are roughly 5 to 25 years ahead of you in order, to get what you want faster, because it's so much easier going to somebody who either does it on the daily or has done it and has achieved that thing that you want to achieve. So definitely seek out people this year in 2021. Make it a real thing where you go, right, actually, you know what? Who, if I had in my life right now to teach me this thing or to help me with this thing, to mentor me slightly, who would I choose if I could? And start sending some messages. Like literally, I know people in our community who have slid into people's DMs on Instagram, people pretty famous, to ask for advice and have got it. And I've ended up going, right, you know what, I check in with them like once a month now, and they give me some, some advice. Someone's just signed up for a membership. Who was that? If you're on here now, I'll give you a little shout out. Who is that? Beth Clark. Shout out to you, Beth Clark. Thank you for getting a membership to actsonthis.tv. Hopefully, I will see you tomorrow night on tomorrow night's live call, which I'll tell you about in a minute. But yeah, go and find people who are going to help you like get where you want to be this year. Go and ask for help, like find mentors. I have loads in my life. Some of them I pay like a lot of money to, so it's a bit more of a business kind of relationship. Some of them I just skill swap with. So I go, right, actually, you know what? You have multiple degrees in positive high performance psychology. That's an area of my life I'm fascinated in. I can do web design and graphics. How about I design the web design and graphics for your next course and I get your course for free? I do shit like that. Like if you can bring value, like that really works in this industry. Even if you've got kit in this industry, you know what? Say you're an actor and you want to get more experience on set. If you've got some kit at home, like a few lights or whatever, microphones, whatever it is, that you can bring to an independent film shoot just so you can get on set, not necessarily even be in it. Just go, listen, I can lend you some kit if I can come and hang out and shadow you on set, and I maybe want to learn a bit more about directing or how making a film works or producing works. Start getting inventive this year about how you can seek out people who are doing the thing that you want to do, and go and ask them how they did it, because they're going to be a lot more useful for you than teachers. That's why I bring on actsonthis.tv. I don't sit here teaching you guys all this stuff. I share with you absolutely what's working in my acting career, and I'll be complete open book about it all. I tell you everything that's going on in my voiceover career, my acting career, but I know I'm not the guru. I wouldn't sit here and go, I know it all. I can talk about everything. That's why I bring on the biggest people in the industry, so we share, all of us, in their insight as well. And I stay in my lane as well, in terms of like, if you ask me about theatre, how do you get a job in the West End? Absolutely no idea. I have no idea about theatre at all. I've worked exclusively in television for 20 years and film. I would have no idea how to work in theatre. So be aware of people as well who, talk a lot about stuff they know little about, in a way. But that was tip number one. Second thing Babu said in there was stop playing it small. You're told, aren't you? And he said his drama school told him, don't upset this person, don't upset that person, don't say no to your agent. I had in confidence a conversation with an actress in our community. I won't say who it was, but my God, who's, by the sound of thing, their agent was the most like negative, defeatist kind of, had a mindset full of scarcity, wouldn't say boo to a goose, wouldn't push clients, didn't told this person that basically that until she got to Tom Cruise's level, she would never be able to, ask for anything that she wanted in this industry. She should just be grateful for everything. If she chose that, she didn't want to do commercials, she couldn't do that. If she said she didn't want to do theatre, she couldn't do that. I had to tell my agent, look, I don't want to do theatre. I can't. I find it hard with this eye condition I've got. I find it difficult. Don't want to do it. Jane, she's just a beautiful person, was like, Ross, not a problem. I'll never put you up for theatre, mate. Fine. She tried to talk me into it a couple of times, but I don't do it. I don't want to do it. It's just it's not fun. So don't play it small this year. If there's things that you want in your career, ask for them. Talk to your agent. Don't be intimidated by your agent, right? You're on the same team. You're partners in crime in this industry. You support one another. You've got each other's back. You know, they shouldn't want you to go for work that is going to make you unhappy just so they can get 10% commission or whatever it is. That isn't a good relationship if that's what they want you to do. So don't play it small. Third thing Babu said there was say no to work as well. And that's basically what I was just saying there. If you don't want to do a particular thing, turn it down. Don't, and you know what? I'm getting better at this. I haven't mastered this. I absolutely have not mastered this. But I have had this happen to me 3 times already this month because I'm reaching out to people to get them to try and do features with me all the time. And 3 people who I respect and still respect massively, who I've reached out and said, listen, I run this community, you know, here's all these guests we've had on, I'd love to chat with you. And they've come back literally just with a flat out, no, I don't want to. No follow-up reason, because they don't have to give me a reason. They don't need to do it. They don't owe me anything at all. And I think sometimes it's fine. And I respect it a lot, actually, when it happens to me, when someone says no, without having to explain it, because sometimes you just don't need to. So if you want to say no to something this year, and I'm not great at this, you don't always have to explain. You can just say, listen, thanks so much for considering me. I'm going to turn it down on this occasion, but best of luck. You know, be polite about it, obviously. But you don't have to explain why you don't want to do something. And so many times in my life, I feel I do. And I feel if I've not got like an incredible excuse that, oh, I'm such a tight bastard. Oh, I feel so awful for this. And it's like, no, you know what? Sometimes you don't have to. You don't have to just basically say yes to everything. And Babu said it great. He said, you know, sometimes you've got to say no to the good to make room for the great. So every time you do say yes to something, that you are effectively saying no to something else. And sometimes you say no to yourself. And that's like the worst thing you can do. See what's going down in the chat. I'm going to play some more stuff out in a second. What else is happening here? Loved his approach and refreshing to hear, says Ethan. On the list for tomorrow. Sounds amazing. What's that, Esther? What's on the list for tomorrow? You mean you to watch this, or I don't know if you've seen it. We all think it, but people don't say anything in case they upset anyone. He's so right. Yeah, honestly. But like everybody sometimes is just scared to say what it is that they want from their life. And sometimes people are afraid to like just say yes to themselves. I think sometimes, and I've experienced this, where I've got myself to a point where I would drop everything for people in this industry at one point when I first started out. Like, you know, I do a lot of casting directors' websites and stuff like that. I don't do too many now. I still do Daniel Edwards for him and stuff. But back in the day, I used to run about 10, like pretty big casting directors' websites, and I'd run their email as well. And one particular casting director would email me. Sometimes he emailed me once. I remember this vividly. 12:15 at night. His email had gone down. He had a casting session the next morning. I got out of bed to go and fix his email until 2:00 in the morning with technical support, and I got it sorted. And then, like 6 weeks down the line, the guy pretty much, without going into detail, I won't say it pretty much stabbed me in the back, like in front of a exec at the BBC. And I was like, wow, like what a great lesson. I was really grateful. I was like, you've just taught me now, actually. Fuck you, like not just you, but like fuck saying yes to everybody else but myself. I was doing it for so long, and I was doing it because I thought somehow, you know, it'd be paid forward kind of like in the future. And it isn't always. It doesn't mean that you stop doing things, you know, for good people. And you don't do things transactionally. You know, sometimes like just putting good out into the world you'll reap loads of benefits when you just do good, but not at the expense of you. I did that at the expense of me, you know, like getting up and going, oh yeah, I won't have any sleep tonight. It's absolutely fine. And I just drop everything, and you become this yes person all the time. And then people just don't respect you because they're like, oh yeah, Ross will just do it. It's fine. Or, you know, Dan will just do it, or Anthony will just do it. Linda will just do it. Or, you know, got to start saying yes to yourself. And doesn't mean you're being a bastard to everybody else at all. You know, you've still got to give value, give as much as you can out into the world. But it was just a real big lesson for me where I was going, no, you know what, Ross? You keep saying no to yourself, yes to everybody else. And it's not getting you anywhere. So fill your own well up first before you give it out to other people. And what else did Babu say on there? Did Babu say anything else on there? So we had show reels, stop playing it small, saying no to work. Did Did he say anything else? I've got another clip that I'm going to play out now, which I know will resonate with a lot of people on here, regardless of whether you're in this actress's situation who's on this clip or not. I think Babu's answer will come into everybody's life here. Alicia says, started reading The Secret after Babu's webinar. A little bit. Babu just is the secret, man, isn't he? He's just he's awesome. Harry says, I sent you an email earlier tonight with my thoughts on the webinar. Nice one, Harry. I will get round to that, mate, as soon as I can. We'll watch it at some point. Chris, have you not watched this? Bloody hell, man. Honestly, you're missing out. This was literally one of the best webinars. Oh, break the rules, Alicia. Thank you. Break the rules. Yeah, that was it. Just basically, just realize. I'll come back to Steve Jobs' quote again because I love that quote where he says, when you realize that all of the rules in this world, he wasn't just talking about the acting industry, obviously, were made up by people know better than you. He says your life will change and it'll never be the same again. And again, that is true. Like Babu said on self-tapes there, you're told to do it a certain way, this way, that way. There's always an exception to the rule. Everything that, that we advise and that I advise, there'll always be an exception. I always used to tell people adamantly when we did the show Real Surgery sessions with Chris Stone, and we're going to bring one of those back at the end of this month for members of actsonthis.tv. I would say never, ever, ever mix commercial footage with drama footage, on your reel, like, acting and then commercials. Never, ever do it. And then Donna, a great actor in the community, did it. She did a Compare the Market. Compare the Market. Remember that guy was like walking down the street in his like high heels or whatever? Was it Compare the Market or Money Supermarket or something? She did one of those kind of adverts that was kind of a narrative and had a story in it, and she was brilliant at it. And the first 10 seconds of that advert was her acting in the advert, and it was an amazing opener to a show reel. She just broke the rule. I was like, wow, this is the exception to the rule that I've been banging on about forever. Like, there is always going to be an exception. So don't think you can't bump into the walls, or you just have to go straight down the middle and play everything safe all the time. Break some rules this year. You know what? See how far you can take it. Now, this second clip from Babu, we'll do some Q&A and stuff after this as well, and I'll show you what's coming up tomorrow night for members. But this second thing, I want people to make it a priority. I just want people to realise that you might be waiting too long for stuff. You might be, I don't know how to explain it till I played the clip. You might be putting yourself in a bracket where it's like, when I get to such and such a thing, then I can do that. And you might not be realizing that you're already there. Watch this.
How did you continue with your family and partner to kind of like, obviously your time is swallowed up with family in a great way, but you have to kind of, it changes, your life changes.
I was lucky. Earlier on, I was talking about relationships with agents. Having an agent that's an enabler and not an agent that's like a gatekeeper makes a big difference. But what you really want is someone who respects that your children come first. The most wonderful thing in this industry is most people who are involved in this industry do already have children. They're much older and so on and so forth. So they've already been through that.
Yeah.
I would say the first thing is the desire to make it work. And then you taking the steps on a day by day basis to manage it. Occasionally, you will have to make a decision not to do an audition. What I did in that scenario is I contact the people or I get my agent to, if you're lucky enough to have that kind of agent that will do it, to say to them, these times don't work. This is the time that works. And then
you feel like such an arsehole when you have to ask that though, don't you? Especially if you're not quite at the level you want to be at or whatever,
This is the other thing that I want to say is counterintuitive. There is no level you're at. So the belief is that you have to be big enough to demand for them to give you space.
Yeah.
You're big enough now.
Yeah. You can be polite around everything that you do,
Absolutely.
But I'm always afraid to ask for anything that isn't like, yes, I'll drop everything and be there straight away.
No, that from today, just delete that file in your brain. Just be like, nope, right now, value what you need above what you think they need.
Yeah.
So just ask for what you want to ask for. So say, I cannot audition at these following times. Of course, you would have already tried to see if you could make it work. First thing is you manage the expectations. Listen, wait a second, I need to go check this. I do have a child, and child care is number one on my list.
Boom. There are no levels. You are big enough now. I was like, it's just so powerful, isn't it? And I think we've all, again, fallen into that trap sometimes where we're like, I'm not at that level yet. When I reach this level, then I can do that. Then I can do that. Then I can start saying yes to myself or demanding a bit more. No, you're a human being and you deserve to be able to ask for what you want now. You are big enough right now. So I can see people in the chat, like, there's quite a lot of people going, oh, I've been thinking I should have been reaching out to these people or, those people. Just do it. Just do it. Mel Robbins says, read the book called The 5-Second Rule. Fantastic book. Basically says when you decide you're going to do something, you literally have 5 seconds before your brain will start going, no, Ellen, don't do it. Alicia, don't do it. John, don't do it. You could, it might cause you harm. You might get embarrassed. You might lose money. This could happen. That could happen. Blah, blah, blah. You will just start talking yourself out of doing stuff. Those things that you were thinking of doing, like, you're ready to do them now in so many cases, or you're ready to start, taking daily action towards those things, as opposed to waiting for things to get back to normal. Like I said before, things are not getting back to normal. They won't be. Times have changed. We've all adapted. People have pivoted. This industry has changed, massively, and will, for the good, for the better, and will be different moving forward. And you've got to embrace that. And not wait until this magical time in the future that's completely fictional when it'll be the right time to do that thing or ask for that thing or whatever it is. Alicia, you're saying what you're saying here? You're tempted to go back to 4 on 4 off shifts, so you can have 4 days to concentrate just on acting, and you can use your annual leave to bulk it out, bulk time off if needed. Anyone else done this with shift with anyone else done this shift with acting? Anyone else done a 1:15 till midnight shift, 4 on 4 off? With their acting? Alicia, I used to have hell shifts when I worked in retail. Not as bad as that, actually. My shifts were 1 till 10 at the Trafford Centre. If anyone, give me some love from any Manchester peeps who might be in the house tonight. Anyone go shopping at the Trafford Centre? I worked there for 11 years while I was trying to get my shit together, and completely lost the will to live. Basically, I lost faith in humanity, basically. I lost complete faith in the human race because I worked in retail for 11 years and all I got was crap every day of my life. It was like, you've ruined... I remember this guy. You've... Not even just once. You've ruined my Christmas. You sold me this Xbox. It doesn't work. Little Johnny wouldn't come out of his bedroom all day yesterday. You've ruined it. I remember one year I absolutely pulled the slam down on everybody who was complaining on Boxing Day. Just because it was that horrific day when there was the tsunami. Obviously, God, it was tragic. So many people had lost their lives. And I just wiped the floor with people who came in and complained that day about their Christmas being ruined. I'm like, you're telling me your Christmas has been ruined because your copy of The Sims didn't work, you dick. Look at what's going on. These people have just had their entire families washed away. But most years you didn't have anything like that to come back with, and you just ended up having to take all the shit. So, my shifts were 1 till 10, Alicia. They were the bad ones. 1:15 till midnight seems pretty hard. But if anyone else has got any tips for crushing it whilst you're working shifts as an actor, let Alicia Dillon know in the chat. In theory, I worked it a few years ago, but not acting on the side. So wondering if in practice it works. It'll work. Do you know what, Alicia? You'll make it work. That's the thing, There's no formula where you go, no, actually, just a 2:15 till midnight would work, but not 1:15. Like Babu said in that clip there, it all starts with the desire to make it work. If you get an audition and the time doesn't work for you, the solution to that starts with the desire to make it work from both parties. If one party isn't invested in making it work, if the agent's like, no, I'm not going back to that casting director because I'll feel awkward about it, they don't want to make it work. Screw that agent in that case. Get a new one. If they're like, yeah, actually, let's see what we can do. I'm always like that. Even if if all the shit hits the fan and you go, oh my God, like I've either double booked a job or, I've booked this time for that, or I forgot about this or whatever. I'm like, look, if there's just human beings involved, if we're not talking about like literally Mother Nature, something we have no control over, if it's just human beings who have to come to the conclusion of how do we make this work, there's always a way. There's absolutely always a way to make it work. But a lot of people just get scared and don't ask for it, and they go, yeah, that's it, okay, I'll make it to that audition, and then behind the scenes they're screwing up with childcare, they're quitting jobs. I used to do it with voiceover. I like nearly lost my job once, my day job, because I had to go and do a voiceover, and I just hadn't communicated well enough. But if you want to find a way, and I don't think my boss at the time wanted to make it work, to be honest, she hated me, but if you want to make it work, you'll find a way, guys. I say it all the time, though. But if you don't want to make it work, you'll find an excuse. Ben's in the house. Says Essentialism and The One Thing too. Great books. Got them both on the shelf there, Ben. If we're talking books as well, guys, go to actsonthis.tv/book list. I might have shown you this last week. If not, go to it. I'll show you. Actsonthis.tv. Because I want to start doing a book club again. I used to love it. We did it years ago, but I don't do it anymore. But I'm going to do it. The Acts on This book club book list. These are the books I used to read all the time to you guys on these live broadcasts. There's The One Thing, Ben. Slight Edge. I saw Alex mention before. What was it? Essentialism. I've got that in here as well. I've not got it down on this one, but yeah, Essentialism is a great book. Greg McKeown wrote that, I think. I think that's how you say his name. Greg McKeown. We've got some classic, cracking books there that will just help you become a better person and a better actor. Have I even shared that with you? Yeah. I always forget. I'm like, have I even shared this? Right, so there were just a couple of clips. If you want to go, like I say, and watch the full webinar with Babu, and not just that, if you want to get access to literally the best acting career advice from the biggest casting directors, agents, actors and writers and directors and producers in the world, some of the biggest names in the industry, aka these people you see on your screen here, then go to actsonthis.tv, get your membership. We do this every single week. I bring on a top casting director, agent, actor, writer, producer, Oscar winner, just throw them in the mix as well. Agents, great casting assistants, casting associates, actors, actresses, from the biggest shows out there in TV land. Basically, if you want to learn from the horse's mouth how to have success in this industry very, very quickly, and you don't want to waste years of your life, go and get membership at actsonthis.tv. If you do that, I'm going to show you what's coming up tomorrow night. Anybody looking for work this year in serial drama, whether that is Coronation Street, Emmerdale, Hollyoaks, Casualty, Holby City, Doctors, EastEnders, any of those shows. Maybe you're looking for your first TV credit, maybe you're looking for a guest lead, maybe you're looking for a regular, maybe like, you know what, my dream is to be a regular in Corrie. Let me know in the chat if that is you. How about Towie? I can't help you with Towie, Anthony, unfortunately. I've got no clout with Towie. However, if you want to work in serial drama, tomorrow evening I am running a closed-door mastermind session for members of actsonthis.tv with one of the most experienced serial drama directors literally in the land, has directed over 700 episodes now of Coronation Street, Emmerdale and Hollyoaks. He also directs other stuff as well, but has been particularly successful in serial drama. Mr. Duncan Foster is going to be joining us tomorrow for 90 minutes, 2 hours, of basically looking at how in 2021 you can get that first TV credit or that next TV credit within serial drama, what he's looking for from actors in a casting, how he is casting right now for Coronation Street, for Emmerdale and those kind of shows, because a lot of it is now, again, being done from self-tapes. There's not a lot of, in-person meetings happening. And I saw a fantastic tweet that he put out the other day, which was the impetus of doing this broadcast with him tomorrow, because he said something in his tweet was like, just picked out a young actor for his first TV role. He doesn't know it yet, but hope it's going to make his day. And he just is like a champion of finding and discovering new faces and new talent. So you are going to get to join this if you've got a membership to actsonthis.tv. Tomorrow I'm going to play a little video out now to show you Duncan. He's just a ledge. Such a nice guy. Really, really good guy with an absolute ton of knowledge to offer. But here is a little intro to Duncan. Actors, listen up. I want to invite you to another incredible actsonthis.tv live mastermind session. This time, it's taking place on Tuesday, the 12th of January at 7:30 p.m. with this incredible man here with over 700 episodes of Coronation Street, Emmerdale and Hollyoaks under his belt, along with multiple British soap awards. He's one of the most successful directors in serial drama. It's the one, the only, Mr. Duncan Foster. Duncan, thank you so much for taking part in this, mate. What are we going to be talking about on Tuesday?
Well, you're welcome. On Tuesday, I'd like to talk about self-tapes, casting, what as directors we're looking for, what not to assume, what to bring or what to try and bring. And then maybe I'll share one or two nuggets of how we're trying to film at the moment during COVID, and maybe a few funny stories and things that have happened to me over all of those 700 episodes. I think I must have been out 14 when I started directing.
I love it. Actors, if you want to get involved with this, maybe this is your year. 2021 is the year you get your first TV credit, your next TV credit. Maybe you're looking for that guest lead in serial drama. Whatever it is, you're going to get a chance to jump on camera with me and Duncan on Tuesday night. You're going to be able to put your questions to him. Anything we can help you with, basically, get further, in your career faster. Anything you need, we are here for you. If you want to get involved, get yourself over to actonthis.tv/live right now for full details of this mastermind session and all future mastermind sessions as well. And Duncan, I ask everybody this question. You might have seen this on the other trailers. Bit of pressure. Why don't actors want to miss it?
You don't want to miss it because it gives me a lovely chance to rant on for an hour and a half talking about myself, which obviously I'm going to love. But hopefully I can help you.
Definitely. If you need help, we are here for you. actonthis.tv/live. Boom, actonthis.tv/live. If you want to get your membership and you want to be there, it will show you on that page as well a couple of upcoming mastermind sessions as well that are going to be happening. I don't know whether, it's not giving it away because they're already public, they're already on there. But in 21 hours, 46 minutes, we've got Duncan coming on. The week after that, we've got just one of my favourite people in the world, Joe Wilkinson. Anybody a big fan of Joe Wilkinson? Anyone? I'm just such a massive fan of Afterlife. It's just probably my favourite show in the world. Ricky Gervais has been a massive, massive influence in my life. We've got Joe coming on the week after, talking about his career, which has been massively unconventional, and just basically starting in his local village pub in 2004, going, you know what, I'm going to try and make some people laugh. Just an incredible guy, such a generous, giving, lovely person as well. Can't wait to sort of meet him properly and introduce you guys. And then we're going to do, at the end, we're going to close January off with the first showreel surgery live of 2021. We did one of these in 2020. I want to make it a quarterly feature in 2021. And how this works is basically we bring on 8 members of actonthis.tv. They're going to be drawn at random, guys. I'm going to put you guys into a raffle. You are going to give us your showreel. If you want to get involved with it, you don't have to. And then we're going to play it out live on the night, and then we're going to critique it. Chris Stone is the UK's premier showreel producer. He's one of the best editors I've ever met in my life. He's the only person I will let edit my own showreel. And we're going to basically just make sure that your showreels are popping and hot to trot in 2021. Basically, if your reel isn't getting you in the door right now and you're like, God, I don't know, I can't see what's wrong with it, I think it's great, but no one's getting back to me, Chris will, and we'll be very constructive with the criticism, but it might be, to the point, not brutal, but we will really give you honest, open advice of what you could do to make that reel have more impacts on agents and casting directors. And also, it'll probably be February, but Babu has WhatsApped me and has said that he wants to do a self-tape masterclass with him. Okay, he was saying don't go and learn self-tapes from people who don't use self-tapes to book work in their life. Babu does that obviously very, very well. His hit rate is something ridiculous on self-tapes, like 7 out of 10 gets in the job or something like that. And again, it'll be kind of like a raffle style thing. You guys will just get your best self-tape. It can be from a real audition if you think that's cool, and you're allowed. It's not under NDA, or it can be a self-tape you've done for a competition or whatever. And we'll get probably 8 to 10 members of the actonthis.tv community will watch your self-tapes, and Babu is the master. I might not have a lot of input that night. He will basically go through and critique your self-tapes and let you know ultimately whether you were deeply connected to that material or not, because that is the only thing that matters in a self-tape. It's not necessarily all about the tech. The tech helps to make you look good, but after that, it's your acting ability. So there's a lot coming up. I'm not going to tell you what else is coming up in February. I've already told you too much. I don't want to spoil it. But we've got an awful lot coming up for members of actonthis.tv. It is the best time ever to be a member, guys. Honest to God, it is. There's just never been more incredible content on the way. Maya says, listening to Green Lights by Matthew McConaughey. So am I. Where are you up to? What a great book. I mean, Matthew's interesting, isn't he? It's just his voice. All right. He's got such a kind of like a cadence to his voice when he's reading the book. It's quite hypnotic. Just listening to him just tell stories of growing up as a kid. Really, really interesting book. I would love to get Matthew McConaughey on, which would be That'd be amazing, wouldn't it? But you know what? I'm going for it this year. I'm asking, and I've already I've tweeted him a few times, not got through to him, but I'll go to his management, and just go, look, come on, let's make this happen. Caroline says, I really want to ask Duncan a question, but have an acting lesson tomorrow night. Caroline, it's going to be recorded. Well, yeah, you can't ask the question, can you? But hopefully your question will get answered. I'm sure we're going to answer a lot of questions with Duncan tomorrow. So I'm sure there'll be your question will come up in a topic. Ethan says, love Joe. He's brilliant in everything he does. He's so good, isn't he? Joe Wilkinson is brilliant as Caroline. He was the best thing in Him and Her. Everyone's loving Joe. I just love him. He's just so good. He's just so funny without even trying to be funny. He's brilliant. Jay says, I messaged Duncan a while ago. He was awesome. Got plenty of advice from him. I only bring the best people on, Jay. You know what I mean? Just bring the good eggs on, the really decent people in the industry. Joe says, I've taken a break from acting, been running my own drama school. Wow. Now I want to get back into it. Where do I start? TV is where I want to be. Advice needed. Joe, basically, you start by getting up to date with how the industry works and understanding it, and that will empower you to then take action to get the results that you want. So what we need to do is work back from what it is that you want right now. So to get work in the industry, there's many avenues you can go down. We would figure out what the best route for you would be. If you have an agent already, I don't know if you do, then you need to make sure that, are you with the right agent? If you don't have one, how do you get with the right agent? I interview and bring on actsonthis.tv agents all the time, where you literally hear exactly the process of signing with them, what they want, what they don't want, the mistakes actors make, etc., etc. So if you're looking for an agent, I would get in the members area and actsonthis.tv and listen back to every agent that I've had on the site recently. You're going to hear very, very quickly how it works. And from there, we look at whether you've got Spotlight or not, your show reel. If you don't have a show reel, how you can get one created quickly that's decent, that's actually going to show you off and get you attention from casting directors or agents as well if you are looking for an agent. And then from there, that's when the work kind of really begins on marketing yourself and making it your duty to make sure that casting directors know you exist, because this is the thing that actors just fail on all the time. They collect the whole set. They get the agent, they get the spotlight, they get the headshot, they get the show reel, and then they sit there expecting it to happen. It's entitlement, it's complacency, and it's bullshit. It is your job to get out there and make sure people in the industry know you're alive, and that's by offering them value. Look at yourself as a business, as a product. You need to put it in front of the customer, ready to buy that product. That person is the casting director. So how do you need to, portray or what's the word? How do you kind of just show up for that casting director in a way that's going to make them want to bring you in for an audition or give you a self-tape? And when you start looking at it as a business, it's really easy. It's not easy. It requires a shitload of work, but it's actually not confusing. And that's where a lot of actors are like, I'm in no man's land and I'm confused. And it's because they don't look at things like a business. And that's because a lot of actors, the creative mind and the business mind might be, polar opposites sometimes. But if you can marry the two together, you become dangerous. So that's my advice, really. You've got to kind of just live, breathe, and eat the industry for a little while so you know it inherently. Might take you 6 months, 12 months. And then after that, you're away. But if you're not already, I recognise your name, Joe. So I don't know if you're part of the membership or not, but if you are, come and join the live mastermind calls, and I'll bring you on camera and you can chat to the guests. I'll get you on a couple so you can get some advice to really speed the process up for you. We'll get you moving quickly this year. Alicia's getting a TV credit this year. Not sure what one yet, but I'm putting it out there in the universe and going to keep hustling. It'll happen, Alicia. I have absolutely no doubt about it whatsoever. At least one this year. Rosie, how you doing? Hope you're well. I'm currently watching Him or Her, says Poppy. Oh, you're going to be loving a bit of Joe Wilkinson when he comes on. Emma Crompton's one-to-one's an excellent way. So Emma, we've had on at TV. You'll find her mastermind session in the group, but she also she runs something called the casting feed. You can get some great advice from from Emma, Joe as well, if you wanted some, again, straight to the source. That's always worth doing. But ultimately, you just got to look at how you can do things you haven't done before in order to get things you haven't had before, and that's it. What new things can you start doing this year you didn't do last year? Because a lot of actors have said this when I ran a challenge, a 5-day challenge that's just coming to the end today. Thanks so much, by the way, to everyone who took part in that challenge. I will bring it back later this year. It was a 5-day challenge, completely free, basically getting to assess your own career via some features, some of the best features I've ever produced for actsonthis.tv. But some people were really vulnerable and honest within that, and their responses were like, look, I've just realised that actually 2020, we were in lockdown, But going back and looking at what I achieved in 2020, it was actually like I didn't achieve any less than I achieved in 2019, as in 2019 was just the same. And we weren't even in lockdown in 2019. I've not been working hard enough. That was the reality for a lot of people. They're going, actually, you know what? Yeah, like I'm no further along than I was because I'm just not taking enough action at all. And I think I've still got it on here. I'll show you this briefly. This is something that just changed my life completely. Something called the success cycle. Which, if you can understand this, I'm gonna bring back. This is Bulletproof Actor. This is a course that I came out with in 2015. I'm going to bring back this year in a different format. But this was a lot of what it was based upon, and this is basically 4 sections to how you have success. It all starts with the belief in your own potential. If you believe you can do something, and you have the ability to get what you want, then you will take massive action that's congruent with that potential. And then what happens is your results, which is part 3 of this diagram here, are very, very good. They're, if not great, they're at least good because you've taken massive action. You then say to yourself things like, see, I told you I could do it. That was good. I got results there. You then believe more in your potential next time. So you take greater action, you get better results, and this goes on and on and on. For most actors and most people in life, because they're habitually, negative, or they're habitual complainers, and that's not slagging people off. That is just people's personality traits are very much like that. You will have in your life, look down your Facebook feed, you will have habitual complainers. They don't even know they're doing it, but they will complain about everything. They, the government could lock the country down, they complain. They can open it up, they complain. They can bring a vaccine out very, very quickly, they'll complain it was rushed too fast. If they don't bring the vaccine out and other countries have got it, they say that we're too slow. They are habitual complainers. They can never stop complaining or being negative. And what people like that do is they go, I've got no potential to do anything anyway because my entire life and my success is dictated by chance and powerful other people. I don't really have a say. So they take no action. They get shit results by default. And they say, see, I told you it wouldn't work. I can't do it. And they believe in themselves less for next time. They take less action, gets worse results. And then all they do is they just continue to complain and complain and complain on Facebook. So if you can understand that, the success cycle, take a screenshot. I'll put it up one more time. Oh, no, not that. That's my web browser. Just take a screenshot of that. Just have a look at how you're fueling that. Are you fueling it positively or are you fueling it negatively? Because it transformed my life. It was the biggest sort of like paradigm shift in my thinking ever. I was like, this is back in like 2012, 13, 14. I was like, wait a minute, I'm not where I want to be. And I'm not where I want to be because I don't believe I can get there. And because I don't believe I can get there, I'm not taking anywhere near enough action to get the things that I want in life because I'm scared. And I'm scared of what? Bullshit. And then I started asking for more. And then I started taking action. And if there was 10 ways to do something, I'd do all 10. I wouldn't just do one like the old me would do. I'd do all 10 and I know I could get it. And then I'd go, see, yeah, it was hard work, but I did it. And then I would go, I've got even more potential for next time. So I will reinvest this money I've made from this thing into myself, into a business, and I'm going to build bigger. I'm not going to go and spend it on a bit of bling to make myself feel better and then start again from scratch. And then that was kind of 11 years ago. Roughly like 2010. Yeah, probably like 2010. Yeah, between 2010 and 14 was when I really started taking massive action. And it just changed everything for me. So just see how you're fueling that for yourself. Positive vibes only, says Jane Hickey for 2021. Definitely positive vibes only. Oh, was that blurred for you, Sharon? It might have been your connection. Hopefully it wasn't too blurred for people. If not, it doesn't matter. I'm going to be bringing that. I'll bring that diagram to you a lot when I launch this program, which will probably be trying to redo it. It was initially a 5-week program. A lot of you guys on here actually took that program. It was pretty transformational for a lot of people, but it took 5 weeks for people to do. I don't want you to have to commit to 5 weeks in order to really get the bulk of the change that you got from that program. So I'm just looking at a way of how I can sort of re-deliver that program throughout February and March that doesn't require a 5-week commitment from actors. You might be up for it. You might want to do 5 weeks. Let me know. But I'll probably put a survey out in the Facebook group later on this week to ask you a few questions about where you're at with your mental game, your mental toughness, your psychology, whether you are getting in your own way or not, whether you are fueling that success cycle with, positive empowering beliefs or negative limiting beliefs, and if you really are taking action that's congruent with what you believe you can achieve. And you will be. Your action is always congruent with what you believe. And it's actually getting you to believe in yourself more. So you take more action. That's really what we're going to kind of work on within that. But I will put some more details of that out soon, Sharon, so you'll get access to that diagram again. 5 weeks is fine, says Joe. It's quite, it was. I've launched this 5 other times before, and we have always done it for 5 weeks, but I just thought, I wonder if we can do some sort of like Bulletproof Actor Rapid Edition, where maybe we do like a boot camp for a weekend. It might be like 2 10-hour days on Zoom or something like that. But we really sort of nail it down, make it a bit more interactive like that. I don't know. We'll have a look. We'll have a think about it. Definitely. Awesome. So what time is it? 3 minutes, so I'm getting better at finishing up on time, aren't I? Anyone got any questions for 3 minutes? Let me know in the chat if you just want to ask anything quickly. Let me know if you've got any questions on the membership. Let me know if you're going to be there tomorrow night with Duncan. If you've not been live, if you've got a membership already and maybe you've not been able to join the live calls in 2020, come and try and join tomorrow night. If you've not been on camera before, let me know. I would love to speak to you, tomorrow night, introduce you to Duncan. He's just a real good egg, basically. A very just lovely, positive person who just wants to help people. So let me know if you're going to be joining for that. And don't forget the Instagram competition. If you join in now, get yourself over, because I'm drawing this later. You've only got literally 2 hours left. No, that's Joe. That's a picture of Joe. Go to Act on This TV on Instagram, follow this account. That's all you have to do. I'd love it if you would tag some people in this post here, of this self-tape kit. Go and tag some people in that, but I'm going to be drawing a winner from the followers. All you have to do is follow this account, that's it. I'm going to be drawing a winner later on tonight, and I'm going to buy you this self-tape kit tomorrow. I'm going to buy you a 6-foot pop-up backdrop. I'm going to buy you 2 lights. I'm going to buy you a tripod, and I'm going to buy you a SmartLav Plus from Rode, a great microphone. 200 quid with the kit. I'm going to deliver it straight to your house via our good friends at Amazon. And all you need to do is just follow Acts on This to be in with a chance of winning. But I'm going to be putting out, and I have already started putting out loads more content on Instagram now. I'm going to be going live a lot more on Instagram as well, doing Q&As, maybe bringing other people on camera on Instagram as well. But go and follow Act on This TV. If you're listening on the audio experience on the replay, apologies, you're probably going to miss out on doing this in time. But follow anyway, because I'm going to do this regularly. I'll be doing more giveaways. I'll probably do a giveaway every month, to be honest with you. Because I've just got to bribe you all, basically. I think if I bribe you, maybe you'll at least humour me and watch the videos that I put out. You don't have to take action on them, but maybe you'll be like, yeah, well done, Ross. Can I have some more free kit? Go, yeah, all right. So, yeah, go and follow. Let me know if you followed. The Dream Prize, says Esther. John's going to be catching the replay with Duncan as he's elsewhere tomorrow, but it's amazing, so I hope everyone has a good call. It'll be a good one, definitely. We'll make sure of that. Do you think I'll be able to lose my treble Christmas chin before tomorrow? Maya, I'm sure you're not going to treble Christmas chin. I tell you what, I feel a little bit sluggish after Christmas, though. It just can't work out. I've had to order one of them Peloton bikes. The adverts get you, don't they? They're bloody expensive, these bikes. But I was like, no, you know what, Ross? Again, what I'm saying then, invest in yourself. It's your health. It's the biggest thing you can invest in. But the adverts get you. Come on, you've got this, Peloton. And you're seeing all these like incredible... The thing is, they're all incredible looking people, aren't they? And you're like, right, if the bike makes you look like that, I'm in. But I'm sure they don't just use the bike. But if anyone else has got Peloton, let me know, because I believe you can join the same live classes as each other and like race each other and stuff like that. I don't know exactly how it works, but let me know if you've got a Peloton and I'll add you. I don't get it till April the 1st. The lead time on it's ridiculous. But let me know if you've got one, and maybe we'll have a race at some point. Let's have a look. Callum says, someone's trying to chat to me on the website. If you try to chat to me on the website, I forgot to... Tracy Clark, if you're on here and you're trying to chat to me on the website, bear with me a minute, because I can't chat to you yet, because I forgot to turn the chat off before I jumped on here. Callum says, I know I didn't do enough last year. I want this year to be different. Need to update my headshots and show reel though, but feel as though COVID is preventing it. No, can't use that. I mean, right now, technically it's difficult, isn't it? But don't feel at the mercy of it completely. What you can do, Callum, is you can start planning your reel. You can start thinking of the scenes you want to shoot. You can start getting really strategic with who you're then going to send them to. Start creating lists of the casting directors you're going to send your stuff to when you've got it. Pick out your headshot photographer, book in a provisional date, even if you think it's going to move. There's still an awful lot of action you can take. Don't wait, because then you're already, when things are a bit more open in society, you're already behind. Let's not procrastinate because we just think that we can because of COVID. It's going to get better, man. It'll be a bit dark for a couple of months, but there's still things you can do. Plan behind the scenes. Plot. Always be plotting. Basically, always be plotting your next 5 moves. There's a great book called Your Next 5 Moves. that you should look up on Amazon as well. Maybe we'll do that for book club as well. That's a decent one. Right, I'm going to love you and leave you guys. Thanks so much for joining me. There's loads of people who have joined tonight. Thanks so much. If you've been here for the first time, I really appreciate it. We do this every single Monday. Come and join us 9 till 10 Monday nights. Grab your membership. If you're not a member already, come and get involved with the live calls that we've got every single week. I've got another 49 lined up for this year. We also do coaching calls every other Friday for members of actsonthis.tv, and we do monthly networking calls as well. There's a brand new app for Acts on This members as well. Make sure you've got the app, guys. If you're a premium member, because I can do push notifications to you with your Zoom links for the weekly calls then. Just go to the App Store and search for Kajabi, Kajabi, Kajabi. Kajabi. Go and get your Kajabi app, sign into it with your Acts on This email and password, and it will automatically bring your membership onto your phone for you. So it's just like so much stuff. And I want to do book club, says Sarah. Can you list the kit for self-tapes? Yeah, if you go to actsonthis.tv/self-tape, all one word, actsonthis.tv/self-tape, pop your email address in, and it will automatically send you my own kit list for showreel stuff. Now someone else wants to chat on the website. Tracy, it might be you again. Bear with me a minute, Tracy, if you're watching live, and I'll get back to you. Right, I'm going to go, guys. I'll play you this trailer of Duncan's out again. Please be here tomorrow night. It's going to be incredible. And yeah, let's crush it this year. Stop playing small. Say yes to yourself. No to other things that aren't serving you. Be here tomorrow. And let's make 2021 our best year ever. Until tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. Lots of love. Bye for now. Actors, listen up. I want to invite you to another incredible actsonthis.tv live mastermind session. This time, it's taking place on Tuesday, the 12th of January at 7:30 p.m. with this incredible man here with over 700 episodes of Coronation Street, Emmerdale, and Hollyoaks under his belt, along with multiple British soap awards. He's one of the most successful directors in serial drama. It's the one, the only, Mr. Duncan Foster. Duncan, thank you so much for taking part in this, mate. What are we going to be talking about on Tuesday?
Well, you're welcome. On Tuesday, I'd like to talk about self-tapes, casting, what as directors we're looking for, what not to assume, what to bring or what to try and bring. And then maybe I'll share one or two nuggets of how we're trying to film at the moment during COVID, and maybe a few funny stories and things that have happened to me over all of those 700 episodes. I think I must have been out 14 when I started directing.
I love it. Actors, if you want to get involved with this, maybe this is your year. 2021 is the year you get your first TV credit, your next TV credit. Maybe you're looking for that guest lead in serial drama. Whatever it is, you're going to get a chance to jump on camera with me and Duncan on Tuesday night. You're going to be able to put your questions to him. Anything we can help you with, basically, get further, in your career faster. Anything you need, we are here for you. If you want to get involved, get yourself over to actsonthis.tv/live right now for full details of this mastermind session and all future mastermind sessions as well. And Duncan, I ask everybody this question. You might have seen this on the other trailers. Bit of pressure. Why don't actors want to miss it?
You don't want to miss it because it gives me a lovely chance to rant on for an hour and a half talking about myself, which obviously I'm going to love. But hopefully I can help you.
Definitely. If you need help, we are here for you. actsonthis.tv/live.